A cathode ray tube is the forerunner of the television tube. It is a glass tube from which most of the air has been evacuated. When the two metal plates are connected to a high voltage source, the negatively charged plate, called the cathode, emits an invisible ray. The cathode ray is drawn to the positively charged plate, called the anode, where it passes through a hole and continues traveling to the other end of the tube. When the ray strikes this specially coated surface, the cathode ray produces a strong fluorescence or bright light. When an electric field is applied across the cathode ray tube, the cathode ray is attracted by the plate bearing positive charges. Therefore, a cathode ray must consist of negatively charged particles. We know these negatively charged particles as electrons. A moving charged body behaves like a tiny magnet, and it can interact with an external magnetic field. The electrons are deflected by the
constructed a special tube known as a canal ray tube. These tubes usually have two chambers, which are separated by a perforated metallic disc severed as cathode of the discharge tube. The space between anode and cathode of the discharge tube contains a small number of residual gas molecules. The anode and cathode are supplied with high voltage. The electrons emitted from the cathode collide with the residual gas molecules. These collisions knock an electron out of each gaseous atom, generating positively charged ions, which are accelerated towards the cathode, and they pass through the holes in the cathode, producing a beam of positively charged particles on the back of the cathode. As the positively charged particles pass through the holes or the canals in the cathode, they are called canal rays. W. Wien succeeded in deflecting the canal rays. He made one small circular hole in the cathode and introduced two plates behind the cathode. When a strong electric field is applied between the plates, the particles are attracted towards the negative electrode, so that these are positively charged particles. Therefore, these are often called as positive